The Joker has become the most profitable comic book movie ever. That's kind of incredible. So this Forbes article, box office, Joker becomes the most profitable comic book movie ever by Scott Mendelson. By the way, I gave my review of the Joker, and of course, a lot of you probably subscribed because of Bill Burr's take on the Joker. But I loved the movie. I thought it was dope. With 304 million, whoa, that's a lot of money, a lot of cash. With 304.2 million in North America after 5 weeks in theaters, Joker's new global coom is around 953 million, presuming it's 32% domestic, 68% overseas split holds. Then it will have a new global cum of around 957 million by tonight. That will be 15.3 times its 62 million production budget, what will make the Todd Phillips directed and Joaquin Phoenix starring drama more profitable in terms of budget versus global gross than Jim Carrey's The Mask, 351 million on a 23 million budget in 1994. The most profitable big comic book movies are Venom, 854 million on a $90 million budget, Batman, 411 million on a $35 million budget, Deadpool, 783 million on a $58 million budget, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, 200 million on a 13.5 million budget. I think they mean the original Ninja Turtles, the best Ninja Turtles movie, by the way, way better than Secret to the Ooze, and I dare anyone to challenge me on that fact in the comments. The Mask, 351 million with a $23 million budget, and now Joker, 956 million, $62.5 million budget. That means DC Films and Warner Brothers Joker is the most profitable comic book movie of all time. In a skewed way, Joker represents every studio's dream in that it's a mid-budget 2D title that's pulling top-tier blockbuster business without relying on China. That it happens to be an R-rated psychological drama is a bonus of sorts, and it's the third cheapest 900 million grosser of all time after Bohemian Rhapsody, 905 million on a $52 million budget, and The Lion King. When it tops 1 billion worldwide in the next week or so, it'll be the cheapest movie to do so with a budget just under 63 million spent by Jurassic Park back in 1993. Up until last December, we hadn't seen a 1 billion grosser, not from Disney or Universal since Paramount's Transformers Age of Extinction. By the way, those Transformer movies, whoa, they stink. We've had two newbies in the last year, both comic book movies with huge boost in China. But unlike Warner Brothers, Aquaman, 1.1 billion world. Who saw Aquaman, honestly? And Spider-Man, Joker will earn its 1 billion plus gross without a 3D boost and without China. When it passes The Dark Knight, 1 billion, it'll be the biggest grossing movie ever to not play in China. So the movie hasn't even come out in China and it's doing this good. Yes, that's assuming it doesn't eventually get a Chinese play date, but without China, it should still flirt with a global cum over under Aladdin. They did it without China. It'll have around 312 million domestic by the end of Sunday night, with a domestic cum still likely to end up just over under Guardians of the Galaxy and Spider-Man Homecoming, Aquaman, Spider-Man 3. It'll outgrow Suicide Squad and sell more tickets than Man of Steel. By the end, if it passes Aquaman, Joker will be DC Comics' fourth biggest domestic grosser, and presuming a global total of 1 billion, their third biggest global cum behind The Dark Knight Rises and Aquaman. It's possible that continued Oscar season legs could push its global total past Toy Story 4, but that's a big if. The film will surely be Warner Brothers' big Oscar flick. On one hand, its success as a comic book movie about a tormented white dude who is victimized by society to the point of villainy may rub folks the wrong way. On the other hand, it's a monumental success despite being an old school movie. For that matter, its over under 500 million in profits make it a distinctly old-fashioned tentpole, providing Warner Brothers financial cover for its deluge of other underperforming studio programs. It's almost certain to be the only Oscar season release to qualify as a genuine blockbuster, unless offhand 1917 Ford versus Ferrari, Little Women or Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood pulls a miracle. Oh, yeah, he's just going through numbers. So, I mean, that's quite an achievement. Um, Warner Brothers should send a thank you. Well, DC should send a thank you to the media who tried to get a shooting happening off of this movie. And like I said, I did a review on it, but I'll say the movie is great. Loved it. It completely deserves all the success. And most profitable comic book movie ever, and it hasn't even opened in China yet. They're definitely gonna play this movie in China probably eventually. But congratulations. And I think it will get even bigger once the Oscars come along because Joaquin Phoenix will at least be nominated for an Oscar. The the guy mentioned it in the article about a white dude who's doomed by society and the Oscar voters not liking that. But let's keep it real. At the end of the day, the Oscar dudes, they're not dumb. And this movie is the biggest thing in a long while. And it is technically a comic book movie, so they might not give an Oscar for that. But most profitable comic book movie ever, Joker. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.